I wish I was coming to you with some astounding news and some really cool MAGA news. Unfortunately, we have a serious problem. Welcome to the show. You're on the AM show. But Jesus, we're running different times. We got a problem here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. I'm Clyde Yorkshire. I am a conservative. I'm a Republican. I am a African American. Psych. I am a Black American. I have some very heart wrenching news and some very uncomfortable news. Just like that, the MAGA regime is in trouble, and that includes me. Just like that, Republicans are facing a terrible loss. We're in deep decline and in trouble rapidly. Ladies and gentlemen, we just opened up a can of worms. At this time, the president needs next to him some really, really good advisors, ladies and gentlemen. But before we go there, I would like to say to all of my fellow Americans, I hope no matter what side of the aisle you stand on, you're praying for our wonderful military and all of the people who put their lives on the line and in jeopardy. We're going to have a quick stream. I don't have the energy or the time, but we have some breaking news and some unusual developments. You might want to share this. You might want to screen record or just like and subscribe, and you can always come back and listen to what we got. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a true problem. No wonder, of course, Europe is nowhere to be found. Benjamin Netanyahu have been ghost. We don't know where he is. We're trying to get a hold of him. Canada, nowhere to be found. And we're continuing to roll on and talk about Cuba and all of these other things that we want to do, the cartel. I believe that this administration at this time really needs to rethink and slow down a second. We have plunged the Republican Party into chaos. And again, I'm not going to blame the Israeli government. I'm not going to blame Benjamin Netanyahu because we are adults and we had the option not to go down this road. I knew Iran had bombs that we do not want to deal with unless we're going in an all-out World War III. I knew that. There's no reason that the United States military did not warn President Trump to the third power that this is going to be a problem. I want you guys to listen to something because many of you who claim to love this country, you're liars. All you love is you love the fan the hype around loving the country. You love to be seen, but you guys really don't love the country. We want to talk to people who love the country. I want you guys to listen to this, okay? Before you think that this is a joke and we're winning, we're losing this war.
U.S. expected that once decapitation of, or I'll put decapitation in quotes, of Iranian leadership occurred, and followed by attacks against the security apparatus of Iran, that
we're losing.
We would have seen a collapse of the regime and people apparently going out in the streets and taking matters into their own hands. This is what the president urged. This is what Pete Hegseth has urged. Lindsey Graham has urged. And it just shows an absolute disconnect from reality. You kill the supreme leader of Iran, you kill one of the most revered religious figures in the Islamic world, one of the top religious figures in the world.
Listen,
this is the
20 seconds.
Of killing the Pope, of killing the Archbishop of Canterbury, of killing Kirill, the head of the Russian Orthodox Church. And you're killing a man who sits at the head of not just an Islamic republic where Vilayat-e-Faqih, or the supreme jurisprudence, is is a thing, meaning this man is the conduit to God. You just killed the conduit to God. But also a faith. The 12er branch of the Shia faith, is premised on the notion of the martyrdom of Hussein.
They want to be martyred.
And so you just martyred the most revered religious figure in a religion that reveres martyrdom. What do you think is going to happen? The collapse or the gelling, the coming together of the nation? And that's what's happened now. The Iranian people are more united now than ever before. They are committed to the defense of Iran. You're not going to scare them. You're not going to intimidate them. You're not going to bomb them into submission. Moreover, the Iranians were prepared for this, not in terms of protection of the leadership, although it appears that Ali Khamenei willingly went to his baker. He was at home.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I begin, I have one other one that I want you to listen to. This is serious. Okay, we're in the hell of trouble.
That U.S. munition stockpiles are at a record level, and Iran's sustained fight back as of now, it looks like an early cessation of hostilities remains.
We are fucked. Excuse my language.
At this point, joining me on the broadcast is a very special guest, Douglas Macgregor, former senior advisor to the U.S. Secretary of Defense. He is also a Gulf War combat veteran and PhD.
These are veterans telling you how we fucked up.
I have to begin by asking you for your comments on what just unfolded with the war now spilling beyond West Asia. Also, help us understand who really is in charge.
How did we get into this?
Right now? Is it the US or Israel? Is it Trump or is it Netanyahu?
These are very good questions. We need to understand that the United States is trying to bomb Iran, a country half the size of India, into submission to Israel's demands. There is no strategy. This is producing a catastrophe, and the world is paying for it. Right now, the Straits of Hormuz are closed. That's not likely to change. And if we try to interfere with that, we'll lose whatever ships we send through it. And that's a disaster for India, because 50% of your oil, 60% of your liquefied natural gas all come through the Straits of Hormuz.
Ladies and gentlemen, why did they not tell the president? This is not going through the drive-thru in McDonald's. We have fucked up seriously. The Gulf countries' money is at a halt. Their oil refineries are burning. Just give me 20 more seconds. Listen.
And in the meantime, the Iranians are hitting Israeli citizens now, or cities now, with missiles that are flying at 4,000 miles per hour. You can't stop them. You can't shoot them down. Iran has already struck 27 American military bases. Iron Dome can't stop them. Nothing can. A single drone flew more than 1,000 miles and destroyed a British base in Cyprus.
Why the fake news in America is not reporting this? Forget about MAGA stick together. Listen, I'm going down with the ship, but I refuse to lie to the American people. I have heard upwards of 1,000 soldiers have lost their lives. Now, we haven't verified that yet. But God, please don't tell me that this nightmare is coming real. We should have never listened to Benjamin Netanyahu. Just hold on a second. Give me a second.
Some estimates say that we have perhaps 450 interceptor missiles left in the region. Iran has 10,000, and that number is rising. That's just one category of missiles. So I don't know where President Trump is getting his numbers, but that's simply ridiculous. And I think we have to understand that this war is being fought for one reason and only one reason. And that is that Mr. Netanyahu, with the aid of Zionist billionaires in the United States, has successfully gained control of the policymaking apparatus in Washington, D.C., and is dragging the United States into war.
So are you then saying that this is no longer America first, as Trump has been touting? It now has, we become Israel first there in the United States.
The United States doesn't really play in this. America first is dead as far as this administration is concerned. This is Israel first. And the problem for all of this, as you know, is this is not just an energy story for India and other nations that depend on Gulf oil. It's a food security story. India's national security is on the line. European gas is up 50% and climbing. A global recession is no longer a forecast, it's a reality. There's no end in sight to this militarily. This is going to continue for weeks unless someone steps up, and I don't expect that.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, listen up. I don't know about you, but I've done serious research since the war started. I kept my mouth closed and I wanted to know the truth because I did not agree with this war because I knew what Iran was holding. I knew how long they've been holding it, and I knew Russia and China were sitting on the sidelines and they were waiting for this to happen. They have built Iran from the under. They are underground watching all of this. We have not interrupted anything. To the contrary, they've hit 3 major satellites in Saudi Arabia, in Jordan, and in Qatar. This allows us to see from space everything that is going. They essentially blinded the United States at this time, backed our aircraft carriers up, and we have moved back. And they are shooting down Israeli planes. They've damn near leveled Israel. And they're not telling you this story. They have missiles that cannot be stopped. This is not me, oh, I'm having cold feet, buyer's remorse, I'm turning on MAGA. No, I'm telling the people the truth. They are sending missiles that are just wiping out Israel unbelievably. And Netanyahu is nowhere to be found. I got hundreds of videos of real generals, real soldiers who are trying their best to help Washington understand what you just got us into. Now, these people believe that this war is recorded in the Quran. They want this war. They think that this is Armageddon. We have a serious problem. Now, we have a way out, but I don't know if we're going to take the way out. We have until Monday morning to exit the Middle East. Here's a problem. Where are we going to get the money to rebuild those bases? If we don't rebuild those bases, we're kicked out of the Middle East. Iran just won this war. It's over. They've demonstrated that we cannot protect Saudi Arabia. We didn't shoot down the missiles from Saudi Arabia. We did not protect Jordan. They hit Jordan like you wouldn't believe. They just hit Qatar like you wouldn't believe. Azerbaijan, who's going to protect you? Now you stuck here with us, and they going back home. And Europe was smart enough not to even get involved. We are screwed, ladies and gentlemen. I do not know. I'm so upset. I don't know how we were flying so high. We had the Democrats backpedaling. Now, oh my God, they have so much ammunition to use against us. We screwed up. And they're laughing at us. They have nothing to offer the American people. But look what we just gave them. Israel is screwed at this point. If we do not come in and continue to fight and lose more soldiers, burn more treasure, ladies and gentlemen, we are already up to about $70 billion in the hole. The U.S., not counting Israel. The fight is over. We need a truce now. And guess what? There is nobody in the IRGC, there's nobody in Iran that can stop this shit, because the only person that could have stopped it was the supreme leader. We essentially obliterated Israel's means to defend themselves, and now we're sending in cluster bombs, hypersonic bombs that are just dropping like rain unbelievably. There is no one to stop it. No one. Now we're thinking about sending a third carrier. What was that about? We should have sent 5 or 6 to start with. If the U.S. really knew better and we really wanted to win this war, we would have sent 5 of them to start with and ended the war in 3 days. Now, Israel has only one option. It's to concede or use a nuclear bomb. And that will plunge them deeper in mess. Okay? It is over. We fucked up. The only thing the U.S. can do right now is save face and go home and say, we killed the supreme leader. We helped Israel out. We did all that we can. And now we got to get to Cuba and everybody else. That's going to look bad on us. But it's better that you leave now. We've turned India against us. India is pissed off about this. Okay? Like he just said, I can let you keep listening. India is messed up on their oil. Their ships are stuck in the Strait of Hormuz. It is closed. Do you understand 30% of everything that it comes to the world comes through the Strait of Hormuz and is closed? Do you understand what that means? Prices are going up in a matter of days. The stock market is going up. And where are our allies? Where is NATO? You see, because we're dumb. Tell yourself the truth. Tell your friends the truth. We're stupid. Where is Canada to help us? Where are our allies? We always talk this ally shit. And we spend the treasure. They're using my tax dollars. I got damn things I want to do before my hair turned gray. But guess what? I got to give my money to Ukraine. And we still got Ukraine going on. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in trouble. The cartel is pissed off at us. You got sleeper cells in this country right now who would give anything to aim at our generators. We got big problems on our hand, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a joke. Don't give me that MAGA shit. Hell, Trump. I love Trump. I will go down with the ship. But I refuse to lie to the president. I refuse to lie to the American people that we're winning, we're doing so great, because we're not. Do you understand what we just hit? A hornet's nest. Iran has been built by Russia. They have hydrogen bombs. They have nuclear bombs. They have cluster bombs. They have every bomb a nigga can think about. And you sat up here and told us that they used most of their stockpiles in the 12-day war. They didn't even use a fraction. Do you understand? For the last 20 years, they have been building bombs in underground cities for this very moment. The Ayatollah knew it was coming. He went into his apartment and waited. He said, no, I'm not going to hide. No. They said, we got to take you to bunker. He said, get out now. And they destroyed him. He knew what he was doing. He pulled the dead boat. There's no way to stop Iran unless they put in a new supreme leader that negotiates and say, stop. Other than that, nobody in the country. You cannot behead their leadership and it stops. They're not built that way. Do you understand? I'm pissed off. I am pissed off. I don't know what we are screwed, ladies and gentlemen. And Trump was winning in every conceivable area until you did this. See, Europe, I don't want to go at them. I'm not going to say that. Europe is wrong. Now all of a sudden, the French is bringing, keep that funky ass air carrier. Take that shit back. We don't need you now. Okay? You should have came in the goddamn beginning. Okay? The British, we can't use it. You can use it. See, I respect Spain. Spain said we ain't dealing with that. This is an illegal war, and they kept it that way. I respect your gangster. Trump said we ain't going to give you nothing. We ain't dealing with you. I respect that. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to hear me and hear me clear before I end this live. We have fucked up tremendously. This war is worse than the Vietnam War. This war, at the end of the day, will plunge Iran to a new level, a respected level. We will never, ever again ask them to get rid of their nuclear bombs. They are nuclear now. Okay? This have showed North Korea. This have showed China. This have showed Russia. The U.S. can be hit and hurt by a country like Iran. But I knew from day one, they're covering up footage. They're covering up real strikes that are taking place. And I knew from the very beginning, Iran had top-notch missiles. They have at least, right now, at least 20 to 30,000 of different missiles. They're using cheaper materials that's not costing them anything. And they have demonstrated to Saudi Arabia, who thinks that they're the boss of the Muslim world, they've demonstrated to all of these Gulf nations, don't play with us. Imagine that you in a fight with America and Israel and you go and slap the Gulf nations, close the Strait of Hormuz, run an aircraft carrier out of 1,000 miles away. Everybody's watching like, oh my God. What? America? We just ruined it, and my hopes are finished. I am packing up my mindset on why. Why? Where was the generals to tell this president without a shadow of the doubt, sir, I will resign if you do this. These people are dangerous, sir. It's not that we can't beat them. The only way to beat them is nuke them with a bunch of nukes and bring in all of NATO, and we stay for at least 4 months and we will wash them out. You cannot do this in 1 day, 2 days, or 3 days. It's like going against the police department with a bunch of super soakers, water guns. You're going to die. Iran is slapping Israel. They're covering it up. Right now, as we speak, their skies are lit up with all types of bombs they ain't never know they even had. And they said something that shook me to the core. They said the U.S., you're going to pay. There's nowhere to run no more. It's up. We don't want to negotiate. No one talks like that unless you got some shit with you. Okay? They said, Israel, for what you did to Gaza. And I'm telling you, out of my own mouth, they already leveled half of Israel already. If they show you the true footage, you would say, stop it, stop the war, stop the war. Somebody call up somebody, stop it. They're not telling you this. They said, for what you did to Gaza, we're going to do the same thing to you. We're going to level Israel. This is bone chilling. Because what they have, they can do it. And the U.S. cannot afford to get involved anymore. So what does that mean? Gulf nations are left to their own. Israel is left to their own. And the truth will come out that they're not as strong as we thought they were. Without our treasure, somebody told me that this would happen, and I said, no, MAGA, the military. See, we're in trouble. Our hegemony have just ended. And if we're lucky, we will just still stay a superpower and a world power. But our hegemony have just ended. We cannot come close to fighting China in this condition. We will get wiped out. We cannot fight Russia in this condition. We can barely fight Iran in this condition. You can bring 6 aircraft carriers, and I'm telling you, they will sink at least 2 or 3 of them. They hit the U.S. Abraham Lincoln, and we didn't say anything about it. Now, of course, we got to save face, and we can't let the world know that this happened. But they did hit us, and we had to back that hoe up. We did not know that they can do this, and Trump has to be pissed off at Netanyahu and the military. You did not say, you assessed the wrong. They said they had about 40% of their missiles left over. And they thought once they hit Khomeini that they would go all out and throw everything that they got. And they stood firm like the 300 in Greece. And they wearing them asses out. They came with these big old soldiers and niggas and all this shit here. Boom, boom, boom. Beating the drum. And they leveled the surface of Iran. Iran said you're done because we was built underground. The Chinese built it for us. We have technology and satellites underground now. Our satellites are turned on and we can see every installation, every energy hub, every aircraft. And what did we say? Russia's helping them. You know what that means? We done fucked up. So now you got to say somebody's helping them. It don't matter if Russia's helping them or not. We fucked up. We are screwed beyond belief. I should have opened up a panel and the phone lines. So I want to hear from some of you. And listen, I don't care. Oh, see, they're saying, yeah, MAGA's going down. No, 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 no. But you know who's in trouble? Israel. Because like Trump told the Europeans, who you think you funny? Europe, you think you funny? Now guess what happens? All Washington D.C. has to do is say we helped you, Israel. We did you a favor. Now you handle your shit. Europe, we helped you out. We gave you bombs, and we negotiated with Russia. Now you finished it yourself. And guess what the U.S. could do? Back up. We got our oil in Venezuela. We got our other strategic situations going on. We prepared to sit this one out. And that's what the U.S., if you have any sense, what you do, you pull your ass out and let the fake news media keep lying and say we did a good job, celebrate those soldiers. But I got a feeling, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to get worse than anything we've ever seen in our lifetime. And one day, all of you out there who's laughing and just watching this like this ain't nothing, see, if you really love this country, you would not want our soldiers, not one of them, to die, because the world has changed. And at some point, we will have to face Beijing. At some point, we gonna face Moscow head on. And that's nasty war. That's why we always got these proxies, because we never want to face them head up. What we did not know was Iran has the same capabilities as some of these Russians and Chinese, and so do North Korea. They are ready. And this is why you should have known this too. For the last 30 years, we've been saying Iran is this close. Iran is this close. Iran. Why don't somebody just come out and tell the truth? These guys got the nuclear bomb and we got to get it out of their hands. That would have made more sense. Oh, yeah, well, shit, let's go get it. Come on, let's get NATO, everybody together. Let's go bomb, 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 bomb Iran. But you lied to the American people and tell they're this close. They're mixing it. The cake ain't in the oven yet. They almost they get into the oven. 10 years ago, they still mixing the cake. They've made the cake already. And they had to keep it secret to bait you in. Come on in here. Come on in here and hit you upside your head with a hammer and watch you walk away bleeding. That's what they just did. Now, again, we can go back into this again and keep on going and keep on talking about they must surrender. But at some point, here we are. The news media all over the world is going to be first to tell the American people the truth. This is so fucked up. When your country will have to watch India, Sri Lanka, the Gulf states, Russia and China, Korea tell you the real truth and show you the real images. And then you're going to wonder, who is my government? Who the hell is in charge of the media? Why we didn't see that? Then you're going to realize we're in big trouble. I had to go and search around the world, talk to friends around the world, talk to military buddies, intelligence buddies to get the damn truth. Why is that? Why? Where is Benjamin Netanyahu? Where is Benjamin? Now his ass is in trouble too. He's got court dates coming up. He's already wanted by the Hague and the International Court in Europe and Rome. And then you caused... I don't even know what to say at this moment about Israel. I have no idea what to say. They drug us into a war that we had no business being in. We are screwed ladies and gentlemen, and our precious military are at the helm of this senseless, foolish war. I really would like to. I got some ammunition to play for y'all. These are the people you just heard were Americans. These are not no damn Russians and no Germans. These are Americans who love this country, who do not want any more of our soldiers to die. So we're telling you the truth. We were the one. They told you the truth about Ukraine while we were lying. Oh, Ukraine is winning. Russia's getting nervous. Russia's backing up. And it was a whole lie. Clickbait. See, boy, I wish I could see you. I would grab you by your collar and slap the stew out you. This ain't no damn clickbait, fool. People know if I'm coming out talking like this, we got some shit going on. I'm 1,000,000,000% a Trump fan, supporter, crew member. And I'm not giving up on this administration. I'm going down with the ship. I am. I'm not going to run, but I'm not going to be a sucker and lie to the president, bullshit the president and the American people. I'm not like you fake MAGAs. Are fake. You got a hat on because there's benefits that come with it. Some of y'all have never studied a plane, a bomb, a tank. You don't know nothing about it. You just got a red hat on talking about Trump. Okay, there's a difference. You don't care about no military. None of you damn near never served. You got nobody you care about. You don't send money to military. I love law enforcement. I love the country. I love this goddamn flag. That's why I don't want to see it burn. I don't want to see us burn. And I don't want us to go down a trajectory that we're going down. I'm furious. We have opened up the gates of hell. Do you understand me? And the only thing we can do now is leave. If we have any damn sense, we would leave now. Before they seriously sink the aircraft carrier. And no one's going to blame them because guess what they're waiting for? Lord have mercy, this is about to get bad. They ain't even did the funeral yet for Ayatollah Khamenei. When that funeral dropped and they have to really lower him into the ground, because I remember when my aunt died, it hurt it and everything, but when they lowered them into the ground and you realize that that's it, they going, bro, you think we had a problem with ISIS? You think we had a problem with the Taliban? A general who have done more than any one of you suckers out there just said he is the equivalent of the Pope to these people. He is the equivalent of the Orthodox Church to Russia. He is the equivalent of the church to Ethiopia. This man who we just killed, we don't give a fuck about him. I'm from Brooklyn. I don't give a shit about him. I'm from Australia. I don't care if I'm from Cali. Okay. But there's 500 million people stashed all over this world, including our country, who love this man. And we just murdered him. Now, hell, as far as I'm concerned, oh well. But I did not know before he died. The man said just like this here, upon my death, and he's sitting there, they gonna kill me. Come on, tell him I'm right here. Send the message to Israel. I'm right here. You tell him, go on and kill me. Go on. I'm ready. I'm 83 years old. I have cancer. We knew you were coming. All these babies done died. All my generals are already in heaven. You killed a lot of the top ranking ones, and all you did was make other ones. He said, you are each military installation, and there's thousands of them all stashed over Iran. Iran is the size of 3 or 4 European countries. Did y'all know that? They are half size of India and a quarters of America. Did y'all know that? They're damn near bigger than every country in Europe. Did y'all know that? He wrote in his last request that upon my death, until a Ayatollah is in power, you are not to stop firing. Now, I wouldn't care if they didn't have the weapons that they have. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me they backed the US up, shut down our bases in these countries, closed the Strait of Hormuz? You ever seen that movie Bronx Tale when them bikers came in there talking shit and the Italian mafia went and locked the door and the bikers stopped and looked like, oh shit, the door is like, you not leaving. That's what they just did. You cannot leave now. So there is no way out for Israel. Understand what we just did. The deadlock is on, the bolt. And we trying to kill their leaders. We need to leave them alone. Let them put another Ayatollah in so we can negotiate. We're too stupid to do that. And I promise you, everything I'm telling you, go look at it. This is not me being a coward and putting my tail between my legs. I'm scared. We're going to be all right. The U.S., we got an ocean between us. Israel, you done fucked up. Chief, you done fucked up big time. Netanyahu, you done messed up, Skip. I don't know how you get out of this. These people are broken. It would be the equivalent if they assassinated Trump when they tried that. Listen, you could forget about it. This country would have went up in flames. That's how much he means to a lot of people. And just the presidency alone, we just did the equivalent to them. These people will never forgive us. That man was not just some sucker, in Iraq, just some nigga he's bigger, respectfully, than the crown prince in Saudi Arabia. That's why the Gulf nations have not fired back. They realize we done fucked up. One of the richest men in the UAE finally has some balls to say, how dare you start this shit and leave? He's upset because the UAE ain't getting no money right now. All tourism is shut down. All oil refineries are shut down. The Strait of Hormuz is shut down. Trade is shut down. And we got all our assets out there and all around the goddamn world, and Russia and China sitting up there watching this. Any day now. Now, what if they were desperate enough to come and invade America right now, the Chinese and the Russians? What will we do? Oh, we sit your stupid ass down. Shut up. You don't know a goddamn thing. We will be in a world of fucking trouble. That's what the generals was telling President Trump. Don't do this, sir. We have at this time, Russia and China is active. They've been spying on us during the Biden administration, sending balloons and all types of stuff, watching our installations, taking pictures. They got their assets here, watching, sending shit back to Beijing. They're waiting. All we need is to get your ass in some shit that you can't get out of. So when you try to run back to your country and now, see, come on now, give it to them. Don't run, don't hide, let it go. See, that's why it matters if you believe the earth is flat. See, because you stupid niggas talking about the earth is round, they got to fly over here. When you know the truth that the earth is flat, you realize Russia's about 6 hours away, right across Alaska, you dumb niggas. Did I say something wrong? Pull up your map. Pull up the Chinese when they're talking. Look behind them. They have the same UN map. Russia is only 6 hours away across Alaska. And most of their ships and submarines are 20 minutes away. You got South America pissed off at us. Cartels who are willing to do anything now to hurt because you took theirs. We don't need this war in Iran while this is going on. Pull back. We did the damage. We helped you out enough. In the name of Jehovah, you got to figure this out now, Israel. We're going to keep giving you the bombs. We'll give you more jets. You know, what's what we gonna do? We're gonna give you whatever you need, but we ain't spilling no more blood and treasure like that. Now, if Beijing decided to invade us, do you think we just gonna beat them up and say, "Get out of here, Chinese! Y'all can't mess with us, you silly Wata niggas! Get out of here, Wonton!" No, they have aircrafts just like we do. They have aircraft carriers just like we do. They have hydrogen bombs. Do you know what a hydrogen? It is damn near worse than an atomic bomb. A hydrogen bomb? Do you know? See, some of y'all don't even know what we're talking about right now. If Russia and China decides to invade tomorrow, it's a Reynolds wrap. Oh, France are coming in to help us. Europe is this close to being overrun by Russia. Soon as they finish with Ukraine, who knows what they're going to do and where they're going to go. Because, see, all them Russian soldiers we killed, guess who gave them the weapons? The British, the Germans. See, maybe you don't understand how the Russians see this. You helped to kill our soldiers. What would you think if you had a war with some nigga across the street and some of his homeboys kept giving him ammunitions and bullets to shoot your house up? You gonna just blame the guy who shot or the people who gave him the bullet as well? Europe is in a hell of a fight right now. That's why they're not dumb enough to get involved with this right now, because they know Russia wants that. They want you to go ahead, go over there, get involved. Go ahead. Extend your missiles and your aircraft carriers. See, this is a game of cat and mouse. You have to lay the map out and see where everybody is. First and foremost, we're watching wrong maps. They got countries bigger than other countries that not even that big. Okay. Got Europe looking like it's damn near the size of Africa, and that's a goddamn lie. They got you thinking you over here, they over there, and it's the opposite. We over here, they over there. That what? When did shit? I didn't know that. You damn right you didn't know, cause your stupid ass got yourself in the phone. You at the mall. You go trying to get some whiskey and some pussy. So you don't know what's going on. That's why you go get him. Let's go destroy him. You don't even know what you're getting yourself into. Do you? No, you don't. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry I blew a gasket because when you're flying high and something comes across your desk and you go like this here, what? Huh? Oh Lord, let me get on the phone here. Yes, it's true. Oh Lord, have mercy. Did somebody call President Trump? We're in big trouble. I could tell in President Trump's voice. I never heard his voice like that. I can tell in his posture. He know we done fucked up. But he know there's a way out of this here for us. I don't know if Israel going to be able to get out of this. I'm telling you what I know. This is not me bigging up Iran. Just so you know. This is me having sense enough to know what my enemy is capable of. The Iranian people, and again, the Iranian people are not my enemy. No more than the North Korean people, no more than the people in Germany, no more than the people in Nigeria, Africa. The people, just like us, when we go travel, we don't want people to go, there goes those Americans, let's kill them. No, our government may be tripping. Okay, our society may be out of control and the fake news. Don't blame that on me because I'm in Venezuela. I didn't bomb y'all niggas. Okay, I didn't do that to Mexico. We didn't kill no goddamn cartel. Don't take that out on me. And the same thing the Iranian people want. The same thing the Gulf nations want. Don't blame the people. Blame the government. Now, let's conclude this. Give me 10 minutes, y'all. I'm gonna make you an honest prediction. Before I do that, I want you to listen to this real quick. God, I've never seen nothing like this. This overnight, I told you, y'all playing around with that goddamn solar eclipse. That shit don't fuck around. When it tells you something, okay, it's like a Ouija board. It means it. Listen to this a little bit, and we're gonna move on.
That to happen in the United States and help helps to broker a ceasefire and an end to the conflict.
Right. I also have to ask you, what do you make of Iran's resistance right now? Also, the way Iran's drones, particularly, are becoming a headache for the United States. Did America not anticipate this would happen?
You know, these kinds of things could have been anticipated. We've watched drone warfare develop inside Ukraine during the war between Russia and Ukraine. We have an appreciation for it on what I would call the battlefield level or tactical level. We completely excluded the possibility of its operational and strategic impact. And so, no, we were not prepared at all. The bottom line is this, I think. As we look at the Persian Gulf today, the American era in the Gulf is really ending. This war is going to sweep the United States out of the Persian Gulf. The damage is enormous. Will it be rebuilt? We'll see. Will it be financed? Who knows? Someone will shape it. My point is this. We're learning the hard way that sovereignty in 2026 means you control your own fuel, your food, your fertilizer, and your defense supply chains.
Right. Pete Hegseth also earlier claiming that
the attack was described as the
Listen, we're gonna slow this down. I want you to hear this though, just before we get out of here. Listen, this is the real news that's happening. Damn.
Tel Aviv was rocked by one of the darkest nights in Israel's modern history on Friday, March 6.
Listen to this again, the language.
Tel Aviv was rocked by one of the darkest nights in Israel's modern history on Friday, March 6, when a barrage of Iranian cluster missiles struck the heart of the city with unprecedented force. The attack was described as the next phase of Tehran's retaliatory campaign against Israel's numerous military operations in recent weeks. According to regional military sources, the primary target of the attack was the Israeli Ministry of Defense complex located in the center of Tel Aviv, a strategic area surrounded by government offices, military command centers, and important administrative buildings. When the missiles struck the normally bustling city, the entire area was transformed into a zone of destruction within minutes. The first explosions were heard around 22:47.
Y'all niggas ain't listening. Listen to what they saying.
Tel Aviv was rocked by one of the darkest nights in Israel's modern history on Friday, March 6, when a barrage of Iranian cluster missiles struck the heart of the city with unprecedented force. The attack was described as the next phase of Tehran's retaliatory campaign against Israel's numerous military operations in recent weeks. According to regional military sources, the primary target of the attack was the Israeli Ministry of Defense complex located in the center of Tel Aviv, a strategic area surrounded by government offices, military command centers, and important administrative buildings. When the missiles struck the normally bustling city, the entire area was transformed into a zone of destruction within minutes. The first explosions were heard around 22:47 local time, just after air warning sirens blared across the Tel Aviv metropolitan area. Israel's early warning system, which normally gives residents time to take cover, only gave them seconds before the first missiles reached the city's airspace. In an instant, the night sky, previously filled with the lights of skyscrapers, was transformed into a massive flash, a fire accompanied by a loud bang that shook the ground. Residents watching from their apartment.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's no need to go any further with any of this. I don't even know what.
In a pre-scheduled meeting with his granddaughter, 14-month-old girl who was killed. The rest of the government, the military, do you really think that the buildings we're bombing, buildings that have been developed as targets over the course of the past weeks and months, still contain anything of relevance? Because if you do, you're a fool, and you should go work for Pete Hegseth. All of these buildings are empty. All of the factories are empty. All of the important equipment in the factories are hidden in hide sites.
They played us. We sitting up there bombing buildings with nobody in them, wasting ammunition. Just listen. We got about 3 more minutes, ladies and gentlemen, and we're out of here.
As I was told by the Iraqis back when we were bombing them, they said, Mr. Ritter, Mr. Scott, you're very good at blowing up buildings, and we're very good at pouring concrete. But when you blow up the buildings, they're empty. And after we finish pouring the concrete, they're full of the things that we need them to be full of. And we can play this game forever. And that's what's happening. We're expending munitions, blowing up buildings. That's it. We're killing a handful of people. Tragically, we're killing a lot of innocent civilians. I think over 500 so far have died, including over 100 children, girls between the age of 6 and 12 who were killed in a school, struck because our intelligence sucks. But the fact of the matter is the Iranians have responded in a pre-planned manner, which exceeds anything we anticipated. I think people were thinking that the Iranians would behave in an escalatory manner, and that if we struck hard enough, we could preempt them getting to the really good stuff, and this war would come to an end. Instead, the Iranians came out swinging, and in the next
I'm done.
months,
I we're gonna be fine, but this is really bad, ladies and gentlemen.
They're hitting not only with devastating effect, but they're hitting the totality of America's military infrastructure in the Middle East. Every base has been hit. And by the time this is finished, every base will have been destroyed. But it's not just the bases. The Iranians are showing that they have inside information about how the CIA operates, striking a hotel in Dubai, killing, by some reports, 6 senior CIA officers, striking a hotel in Bahrain, wounding matter.
I want y'all to listen to this. This is not being reported. Listen to this last part, and we're going to get out of here. Listen carefully. Listen.
And if we struck hard enough, we could preempt them getting to the really good stuff, and this war would come to an end. Instead, the Iranians came out swinging, and they're hitting not only with devastating effect, but they're hitting the totality of America's military infrastructure in the Middle East. Every base has been hit. And by the time this is finished, every base will have been destroyed. But it's not just the bases. The Iranians are showing that they have inside information about how the CIA operates, striking a hotel in Dubai, killing, by some reports, 6 senior CIA officers, striking a hotel in Bahrain, wounding Department of Defense personnel that are there. They aren't bombing civilian targets. They're bombing command and control targets, legitimate targets. They're hitting targets that show insider information. For instance, when they strike a warehouse in a port facility in Qatar, that warehouse just happened to be the one that signed the contract last week with the Department of Defense to hold military equipment. Boom, dead. They're sinking ships, striking ships. Now, they're paying a price. There's no doubt about it. I mean, this is a war being waged by 2 of the most sophisticated militaries in the world, Israel and the United States. And we are destroying things in Iran. But we're not destroying that which we think we're destroying. We're not getting the effect which we think we're getting. And all we're doing is expending ammunition that we don't have. And at some point in time, we are going to run out of ammunition. And the Iranians are not going to run out of missiles. And when that happens, we lost the war. We lost the war, actually, on the first 6 missiles that hit Iran, because those missiles hit Ali Khamenei. That was supposed to trigger regime collapse. Instead, it triggered the rise of the Islamic Republic. I don't wish my country harm. I don't wish any harm to American service members, but our president is a damn fool, and he has taken us down the path of defeat. And unfortunately, the United States is going to lose this war, and because it's an illegal war of aggression, perhaps it's one that we should lose. I'm just hopeful that we can bring this thing to an end with minimal loss of life, maximal penalty. I mean,
I'll close on this because I agree with almost everything he said. Now, again, who's reporting that CIA agents have been killed? Nobody. Who's reporting that all of our military bases is damn near destroyed in the Middle East? Nobody. You must feel stupid because you voted for Trump? No. Trump got lobbied into this. It wasn't on his mind. He kept trying to negotiate with these people. Benjamin, who I happen to like, I'm disappointed in him. He went and sold the president a bag of goods. He couldn't wait. He was like the blood, like a vampire dripping from his. He can just taste the death of Iran. I want to cry. I lost hope in what we're going to do. I'm not defeated in our military. I'm not defeated in our country. We're still going to do good things in the country. I know what they're going to charge the president with now. I know their push for impeachment is strong. I know the midterms, we probably just lost them. We were winning. We were winning, but we probably just lost. I'm speechless. There you have it for all my Democrats out there who, you know, you want to pull out balloons and confetti and laugh and everything. It's okay. As I said, we still have a leg to stand on. And unfortunately, this is going to hurt when we have to back up and take care of our own business and lay to rest our dead. When I tell you the fake news, I will never trust the media ever again in my life. Shame on you. The people who have lost their life, we're covering it up. When they said Russia is helping Iran, we had no idea what they meant. Do you understand the fear that is in Israel right now? They never thought that this little country could see and hit that hotel, hit that barn, hit that factory with your shit in it. How did they know that? We used to Mossad knowing everything. Now that they know, now I don't know if the Chinese told them. I don't know if the Russians told them. I don't know if they have spies, but they know. And the Middle East is in fear of their life. Saudi Arabia have never been this afraid ever. Bahrain, all monies now, they have an opportunity, if you keep pushing them, to destroy every bit of Saudi Arabia's infrastructure overnight. And you will no longer be an all giant. That's the type of power that they possess. They got Saudi knocking on Trump door. Listen, please stop this shit. No, 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 no. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Or take your bases and go. You're going to get us killed. Oh, don't panic. We're the U.S. No, no, sir. They hit 12, 13 of our countries direct. They knocked out 3 of your satellites. You can't even see anymore from space. They knocked them out. You think I'm lying? This is, well, how the hell you know that? Why the hell don't you know? Because you're so busy talking stupid. And Democrats, you out your mind and think that this is only Republicans that are going having a problem. Your ass is involved in this too, nigga. Everything that your stupid presidents have done before, we had to feel it. When they opened up the border, we all feel it. This is crazy. This is out of control. Damn, damn, damn. Please tell me this is not happening. This don't make no damn sense. This don't make no damn sense to be in some. This shows me how scary things can get overnight. We were not even in this, and all of a sudden we in this. The Chinese, they're loving it. The Russians, Jesus. Good Lord. Watch this, y'all. This don't make no damn sense. Where my boy at? This don't make no damn sense. How could this have happened? They just knocked out our, these are $3 million radars that they just knocked out.
Say goodbye to your reading glasses, computer glasses,
Ladies and gentlemen,
your sunglasses. Introducing the last pair of glasses.
Really is going down.
Revolutionary German
And for
was in the UAE. 3 of America's most advanced. Iran is was in Saudi Arabia. The second was in the UAE. Iran
hold on,
destroyed third.
hold on, y'all. God, why? Listen to this.
AN-TPY-2 THAAD radar. This one at Muwafaq As-Salti Air Base in Jordan. The first was in Saudi Arabia. The second was in the UAE. 3 of America's most advanced ballistic missile tracking radars across 3 sovereign nations, across the full geographic spread of the American defensive architecture in the Middle East, gone. Destroyed in sequence, methodically, by a military that has spent 20 years studying exactly where these radars sit, exactly what they do, exactly what the American missile defense architecture looks like without them, and exactly how to remove them, one by one, until the architecture that was built to see everything sees nothing. America is going blind, not metaphorically, not gradually, operationally blind. The sensor network that tells American and Allied missile defense batteries where the incoming missiles are, where they are going, how fast they are traveling, and what intercept solution geometry gives the highest probability of a kill. That network has lost 3 of its most critical nodes in the span of days. 3 AN-TPY-2 radars, $3 billion installations, 3 irreplaceable eyes in the missile defense architecture that is supposed to protect American forces and Allied territory across the entire Middle East theater, and Jordan. Before we go any further, stop at Jordan. Because Jordan is not Bahrain. Jordan is not Qatar. Jordan is not a Gulf state in the firing line of an Iranian campaign against
You gotta be kidding me.
infrastructure in the Persian Gulf. Jordan is a kingdom on the other side of the Arabian Peninsula. Jordan shares a border with Iraq, with Saudi Arabia, with Israel. Jordan is Muwafaq As-Salti Air Base, hosted American forces and American equipment specifically because Jordan was considered the stable, distant, protected rear area of the American military posture in the region. Far enough from Iran, far enough from the Gulf, behind enough geography that positioning critical sensor infrastructure there made strategic sense. Iran reached Jordan, let that land completely. Iran's strike capability has now demonstrated operational reach from the Persian Gulf to the Red Sea coastline to the Jordanian interior, the entire Middle East, not just the Gulf, not just the coastline, not just the American bases adjacent to Iranian territory, is inside Iran's operational envelope. There is no rear area. There is no safe distance. There's no geography that puts American military infrastructure outside the reach of what Iran is flying and firing. The AN-TPY-2 in Jordan was supposed to be beyond reach. It is now rubble. Now understand what 3 destroyed AN-TPY-2 radars means for the physics of missile defense across the theater, because the cumulative effect of losing 3 of these systems in sequence is not 3 times the effect of losing 1. It's exponentially worse. And the reason is geometry. The ANT.
They cost $300 million and $2 billion to install them. Did you hear what I just said?
TPY-2 is a forward-based X-band radar. X-band means it operates at a frequency that gives it exceptional resolution and precision in tracking ballistic missile objects, precisely the kind of objects that Iran has been launching across the theater. Forward-based means it is positioned close to the threat, specifically to maximize the time available for intercept. The further forward the radar, the earlier it detects the launch. The earlier it detects the launch, the more time the intercept system has to compute a solution, cue the interceptor, and achieve a kill before the missile reaches its target. 3 forward-based radars destroyed across 3 different countries means 3 different sectors of the threat horizon are now dark. Saudi Arabia's sector, the UAE sector, Jordan's sector, which covers the approaches from Iraqi territory, the Syrian corridor, from the northern arc of Iranian ballistic missile trajectories that the Gulf-positioned radars are not optimally oriented to cover. Iran did not randomly select 3 radars to destroy. Iran selected 3 radars that together covered the full geometric spread of its ballistic missile-firing arcs into the theater. It destroyed the Saudi radar to blind the southern approach. It destroyed the UAE radar to blind the eastern approach. It destroyed the Jordan radar to blind the northern approach. Iran has been systematically removing the eyes that watch every direction it fires from. This is not improvisation. This is a pre-planned, sequenced, deliberate suppression of enemy air defense operation that was developed over years, rehearsed in planning documents.
I heard enough. Get Netanyahu ass in this office right now. That's what Trump should be saying. Get his ass here. Go and snatch him. That's why you don't hear from him. Bring him here now. Just like New Jack City. Come over here. Yes, sir. How many THAAD satellites was destroyed? All 3 of them, sir. We have no satellite capabilities to see anything no more for precise strikes or to compute the best option to shoot down those missiles coming. We don't have that anymore. We need to back the fuck up. Russia's got to be helping them. China's got to be. That's exactly what they said. Because there's no way that they could do this. That's the same thing they said in American Gangster. Ain't no way a nigga can rise that high and deal with the Italian mafia. They couldn't believe it. I can't believe it. But, okay. It's time for us to go to the drawing board. Fix our suit. In America, we got this. Now, again, y'all might not like what we're going to have to do now here. Okay, Israel may not like what we got to do now. But we did our best. We helped you out. And we got a country to run. And we got to continue to make America great again. No offense, not Europe, not the Middle East, not Africa, not anybody else. We got to make America great again. Ladies and gentlemen, we might have not lost this war as America, and we're not calling it a war, so we didn't lose a war. But we learned a very valuable lesson, and we spent more money in 7 days than any other administration that has ever. See, y'all it ain't even trickle y'all yet what done happened. You ain't get the news yet. This is exclusive. You better share this. Take some sound bites, clip it, put it out there, go through it, dissect it. What I just told you and showed you, you'll see it trickling down. They damn near leveled Israel already. Well, we ain't heard nothing about that. CNN ain't said nothing to us. MSNBC ain't said nothing. I ain't heard nothing from Fox. Now you see why Tucker Carlson is really upset. But we not chumps. We gonna go down with the ship. This is bad. Very bad. And mainly because we don't have the money for this. Do you understand what I just told you? The military installations that they just messed up would cost us over $3 trillion. Did you hear me? They took out 3 THAAD systems. Each one of those in Jordan cost $3 million just for the equipment and $2 billion to install one. They took it out. The one in UAE cost $300 million for the equipment and $2 billion to install it. The one in Saudi Arabia costs $300 million and $2 billion to install it. Are you adding this shit up? The missiles, the bases done messed up. They done knocked out the goddamn satellites. Niggas done hit the damn aircraft carriers. This is just our toys that they done fucked up. Do you know the amount of damage that's in Israel? What they hitting it, they blinded Israel. That's why they're not saying nothing. Israel needs to be on the. Do you understand me? Fate, fate. I'm not blaming Israel. I refuse to do that. This was us. We went at this. God bless America and Israel and everybody else. Make sure y'all like and share this. They're already attacking my. Get those subscriptions up. They're already attacking the video, trying to lower everything. They don't want this to go out. Ladies and gentlemen, please pray for our soldiers. I don't care what side of the fence you on. This is still our country. You understand me? As much as I'm upset with Democrats. I don't like a lot of the Democrats. If they were in this situation, I would also be praying for them and backing them because I care. I'm not a sleazeball and I'm not evil. God bless you. God bless America.